Hello everybody, welcome back to a not so good episode. I have to give up this Zoo here now. I'm really sorry for all your time there, but at least in my opinion the game in franchise mode is seriously broken at this point. It's the second Zoo actually that I'm losing now because of it. There is no point of me to recovering at this point. Well, two things are happening. First of all, my personnel is not working anymore. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vendors, okay? 7 people who should be responsible for those 3 shops. None of them are working here. They just stuck in, well, I guess a loophole in the personnel room, something like that. Anyway, they're not working anymore. None of my vendors are. That is the first thing that is happening here. The second thing that is happening is that my keepers, as we have seen quite some time now in this game, don't feed the animals. They just don't do it. Well, I don't know why. I've got like 9 keepers here for this work zone 1. So way too much actually. It's 9 keepers for 5 habitats here that we have there. None of them are actually feeding them all the time. So it's gotten to a point that I'm actually starting to lose animals because they're starving. It started with those animals here and they're just starving at some point. We got it a bit of under control now. I don't know what happened. Sometimes they feed them, but most of the time they don't, which is seriously affecting the health of my animals. The third problem that I'm having right now, which is probably the most devastating one, is that there is some kind of disease that has inflicted all my animals. So all my animals have some disease now, like 45 diseases are on my animals now. 45. It happened within minutes in the last episode that it gotten out of control, and the only way for me of actually doing that, of curing those diseases, is by researching them. Well, how do you research diseases? You need vets for them. Well, of course, I've got 6 vets, so you might think at some point they're actually researching it, but they're not, because all the vets that I've got out there are totally busy by trying to cure the animals, which of course they can't because they don't know the disease yet. So they're stuck in a loop, my vets here. They're running to and fro from the quarantine to the surgery, back to the zoo, bringing those animals back again, sick of course, and taking the next animal in there. And I can't do anything about it, you know, so it's a total loop. They're not researching either because, well, they're stuck in the loop. They're not researching because the first thing they want to do is getting some animal there and trying to cure it. Something that is not going to happen there. So we are totally stuck here right now. I mean, I'm still trying to save it. So I guess as kind of like a frustrating episode, we're just going to try to save the zoo. However way it's possible. Perhaps I can kind of, I don't know, solve the bugs that we have there right now. I still don't understand where my vendors are. So we got 6 of them. I guess I will just have to fire them now. So we're going here. As you can see, they have a low workload and they're just commuting all the time. There's no way for me to do anything else here. So we're just going to fire all of them because they're lazy bastards. All of them. All of those vendors here. And they're all being fired now. Hopefully, perhaps that does something to my financial thing. Well, also the next complaint is that I'm having is that, well, your financial system of your zoo is totally based on donations. Like, yeah, you do have entry prices for those tickets, but come on, this is basically nothing. It's nothing really. The income you get from that, I'd say like 10% of it. The rest comes from the donation. The problem is, have you seen some of those bugs include that people just don't throw any money into those donation boxes despite them watching the animals and stuff like that. So I'm just not getting any money out of those donation boxes. Some of them actually do have some money. Oh, not even here anymore it seems. And I just can't control that, my income that I have here at this point. And I'm just terribly frustrated with that because it takes a lot of time and energy to design a zoo like that, especially, you know. And at some point the game just breaks it and you can't recover, it seems. I'm trying to recover at this point, even though, well, I'm also now, well, by now my animals are dying actually. So because the diseases are spread so far, I can't cure them, by the way, because, you know, well, diseases. I think my flamingos are the only ones that are safe, kind of. Yeah, I think my flamingos are still a bit good there on this part. I think at this point my peafowls are lost to me. I don't know why. First of all, they're just, you know, look at that. There's so many of them and more are coming. And I just can't get rid of them. You know, when I click on one, 2 more appear next to it and are infected, and you can't release infected animals to the wild. So, and you can't sell them either, so that's a huge problem then. Look at that, my vets are totally in the loop here with those animals there. So one thing I'm trying right now is, well, let's box them all. Okay, so they're all being boxed now. The thing is, now they're not earning me any money anymore from now on. Hopefully, it kind of fixes the problem that the vets are not trying to save them anymore. Okay, so that would be amazing if that could be something. Right, so we have that. My antelopes are looking actually quite good. I'm not totally giving up on it yet, but we do have a lot of serious problems, so please excuse if I can't continue this series if I see that there is actually no way anymore. Well, my hippos are the next problem. I don't think that I have any hippos anymore, right? I think my hippos died. All of them. They got the disease there as well, and the problem is, once you have this disease, I can't cure it. Because, well, you know, I said it already, because they're in the loop there and I can't do anything with it. Yeah, I've lost my hippos there, all of them, all 4 of them it seems, to that disease. Right, neither. Now, the crocodiles, how are they looking? Actually, the crocodiles are in a good spot, I think. We do have one here, one here. Okay, so crocodiles are still fine, earning me hopefully some money. That's looking good. Let's have a look at the next one, the timber wolves, they're gone. So the timber wolves have, yeah, they were wiped out by the disease. So no way of for me of actually doing anything here. And another thing that is really out of whack is that I don't think, please don't quote me on that yet, but I have no way of seeing all my animals in the zoo at this. Oh, there it is, perfect. Now, where are my timber wolves? I really don't have any, right? There is one. She's old. That's it. Okay, so we need to get new timber wolves there, because this habitat otherwise is useless. Let's have a look at that. We actually do have some conservation credits, and I'm really batting out something there, because conservation credits are global, so all for your other zoos as well. So if I invest them now, I don't have them in other zoos. So I'm really going all out here, trying to save this one. Let's get some timber wolves. This one is not good. This one is actually pretty good, and it's a male, so let's adopt it. And this one's a female, it has okay stats, that's fine. And I think with 2 timber wolves we should be fine for now. Let's get them out there. I can only buy them with the conservation credits, by the way, because, you know, yeah, I don't have any money. Let's move the first one in here. And timber wolf number 2, female. Let's move her in here too. And I think I have a third one here. Yes, let's move her too. So we got 1 male and 2 females. We shouldn't have any problems, any fighting there that's going on. And hopefully more people are coming to this box here then. Right, so the antelopes, fine. Another problem is I have so many keepers. I think I will need to fire a few of them, you know. I mean, they're saying they have a high workload here for work zone 1. I don't believe them. They're just screwing with me at this point. I'm going to get rid of 1 of 2 in work zone 2 and of 2 in work zone 1. Just for that, okay? So we are getting, we are saving a bit of money there too. That's very important. Let's have a look there. Now, my vendors. Right, I have no vendors at this point. Let's try to get one. Okay, let's try to get 2 vendors here. And those 2 vendors should be... No, they're not. Can I kind of assign her to that? Let's get a work zone for those vendors. And it's only those buildings here. Okay, it's work zone 4, which is going to be called... Seems like I can't... Oh yeah, there it is. Work zone 4 is the shops. Okay, so those vendors that I've got now, I'm going to assign them now to this shop. Work zone. There it is. And they hopefully start working in those shops there now. I mean, right? I think they should be working there, but they're not for some reasons. Let's have a look at it again. Idle. Yeah, why are you idle? Assign to the shop. I can't. Chef beef? Is that working now? Now, those are a few things that are really irritating, you know? I just don't... It's just a question then, am I the one that is doing so many things wrong here? Or is the game actually screwing with me? Now, also, Gulpy Soda, she's not doing it. They were working in there already at some point. They're not anymore. I don't know why. They were working here. No one is working here anymore. We do have some sign on that. No power. Okay. No power. That is new. It wasn't there before. So it should be the transformer. Let's call mechanic. Has already been requested. But it's not working, it seems. Let's try to move this transformer. Insufficient funds. Okay. I can't do that anyway. Yeah, and I also need to release those animals here again because they're in the box for too long now. That is also something you need to look out for. So once I do that, my vets are going to be in the loop again, I think. But I need to, otherwise they're dying in there. Okay, now my deceased animals are out there again. Yeah. Let's get a mechanic who's hopefully trying or fixing this one here. Perfect, he is. He's actually doing that. Those two are fine though. Yeah, no more hippies. Hippies, I'm sorry. Hippos. That is also something. They cost me so many conservation credits and a disease just wiped them out like almost within 5 minutes. There was no way for me to actually researching that. It's just something out of my mind. Okay, so that's working again. Those shops are open. Where are my vendors? Still, my vendors are not doing anything here. Let's have a look at it again. Vendors. Work zone. Shops. He doesn't want to, right? And now he wants to. Hopefully he goes there now, and because we need to earn money with that. You know, it's a very important income. Earning your money with that. That's that. Animal diseases. Yes. 70 animals are deceased. I think it's most of those animals here. Okay, let's release this one there. This one there. The more we can get rid of here, the better. There are just so many of them. It's incredible. So actually, I think the disease is gone for now on them because I boxed them. That might be a good idea then actually for the future if that is really true. Let's get rid of them here. This one still has disease. There's so many. I mean, it's incredible how this got out of control here. And you know, they're still totally happy here. Now the only problem is they're not getting any food anymore. My keepers have kind of a plan of their own there. Of reducing the population, I guess. Okay, so I've released quite a lot of them, getting back a few of my franchise points there. Which is probably the whole idea. Okay, so that's a lot less now. Starving. Let's get rid of the starving ones. I mean, they're all starving. And another cool side effect from this one is now that I finished a quest. So the quest up here is 7,000. So release 13 P files to the wild. We did that. We get 7,000. At least that's a bit of money there. Getting us closer to 0 again. The timber wolves. They're out now again. In this habitat. At least I think so. There they are. The 3 of them. And yeah, they're pretty happy. We lost one. Perfect. They're pretty happy though. So they're pretty high on their welfare there. That's fine. So hopefully we get a few donations in here now. Nope. No donations. It's at 0. That's another problem then. So let's get another timber wolf that we need. A female one preferably. So this one here, perfect. And no, transaction failed. Perfect, now we got this one here. Let's get her now to that one there. To that habitat. Okay, so that's that. Let's also, I'm fined again because they're injured animals. Let's also have a look at my hippos there, if we can get some. Any hippos, please. That's not the one. Hippopotamus, that's the one. How much does it cost? 200 each. So that's really a lot of money, or 200 conservation credits, you know. So I'm getting one here. The female ones are much more expensive. So I'm just getting... Is there no female one? Nope. So that's another thing that's bugging me out already. We have no female hippopotamuses. Interesting. There's so many interesting things with this game are happening. Especially the later you play, or the more you play. Right, we actually have some of a female one here, but it's costing me money. Let's have a look. Let's sort it out by female. Only 5,000 conservation credits. Who's paying that? Let's get this... No, I can't put one in there because it would be way too unhappy because of that, because it's alone. And 2 male are probably fighting against each other. So that's also something that's bugging me out. This animal market is purely online, you know, so you're only trading with other players here, which is just totally screwing around with what you need. So I never really got the animals that I wanted because they're not available, or they're being sold out so quickly that I can't buy them. And this is seriously affecting the gameplay at some point, you know, because you just can't advance, you can't do anything because you can't buy any animals. For example, female hippopotamuses. They're fighting. Oh, it's 2 females fighting against each other. That's also interesting. At least my guests have a bit of a show here. And those guests, oh yeah, now they're finally starting to pay something again from time to time. The rest is still at 0. Antelopes, okay. Let's have a look over here. There we got the warthogs. They're perfectly fine, right? It's 1. We only have 1 warthog? Okay, so I guess at some point they died as well. So let's also have a look at my warthogs there. Oh boy. Yeah, they're costing me money. I can't purchase them at the moment. So warthogs, common warthogs it is, as I'm still fighting for survival here. Let's get a female. No, way too bad stats there. Yeah, that's okay. And a male one, this is golden. Let's go for golden one. Let's get both of them in there. That's that. For some reasons I have to pay so much money again, like 10,000, because I've got ill animals. And I'm being punished for that as well. So this is really kind of a downward spiral that you have once you have so many sick animals. Actually, I don't think I can recover from this. Okay, so we got the warthogs over there now. That's good. Let's move the hippopotamus into his habitat. I really need to do that. Even though he's going to be unhappy for quite some time, I guess. No vendors here at this point. We have the same problem again. You know, that they do have power now, those shops. But no one is actually working there. Even though we had that at some point. And look at that, he's got a high workload despite being on resting and despite not working. Let's fire them once again. And let's put them in there again. Perhaps they're doing it now. Perfect. Now they're finally going there. So this was actually, you know, totally unnecessary because it cost me so much to build these buildings there, and they haven't earned me anything yet. Okay, so my vendors are going there, working there now. As you can see, my guests are liking that as well because they can drink and eat something, and I'm getting some money in there as well. Let's also, since I've got a lot of vets there, let's fire at least 2 vets. And I will also need to fire 1 mechanic there in the work zone 2. The keeper's looking fine, and the caretakers, let's fire 2 that have low workload, saving some money there again. Okay, then we have the ostriches. Let's sell a few of them because there are too many again. We should have the hippo in the park here again, the habitat. I don't see it yet. The transformer is looking like it's breaking down again soon. Yeah, at least my vendors are working now a bit there. Hopefully that's a good income. My timber wolves are fighting as usual. Barely getting any money here. I will probably have to box one of them. Yeah. Okay, so that's the timber wolf here. Female, and do we have a male? Or is it gone already? Yeah, I think it's gone already again. Where's my male one? Okay, it's sleeping? Yeah, perfect. Both of them are in there and hopefully doing something that is interesting. Yeah, we got animals starving again. Here. Okay, here I can understand it because we got quite a lot of animals in here. That is also a problem. Especially too many females. Let's sell. Well, let's release a few of them. Especially, let's get out the sick ones. Alrighty, that's that. Let's also reduce the income prices, so I get more visitors, you know, and that means more donations then at some point. Let's reduce that a bit. Very good. Okay, we're still alive, kind of, even though the debt is higher than before. We do have a hippo here now. He can't be that happy because there are not enough of them. But he's actually running around a bit there, and I've got visitors up here. Now let's try to find a second hippo. Once again, I'm not giving up so easily. There he is, hippopotamus. Hopefully, perhaps there is a female one that I can actually afford. This one is looking good. Let's get her right away before someone else buys her. And now we can move her. Female hippo in here. And we do have the warthogs. There should be now... Oh yeah, we have life-threatening diseases again. Not the wolf though. Here we can just call the vet. Yeah, it's all... The problems are all in here actually, you know? It's incredible how this has gotten out of control so badly. And let's send this one here also back to the trade center before it spreads the disease again. The warthogs should be actually fine. We do have 2 males in here, which is never a really good thing. So I'm going to sell this one here back to the trade center, since it's only a silver one and we want to have a gold one there naturally. Okay, so it's not that bad, but we're still losing a lot of money, like really a lot of money for some reasons. The vendors have stopped working again naturally. That is just something I just can't control, it seems. This bug, the vendor bug that we have there. We do have the work zone shops. Let's get 2 more. They're going in there now again. And hopefully, you know, start selling stuff again. Can I close this one here? That would be amazing. Or I will just sell it. Yeah, get a bit of money back there. So we only have those 2 shops now and 4 vendors. So I'm expecting those 2 shops to be always, like, open. That should definitely be something on the list there. Alright, I don't need that many vets there either. So let's fire 1. Saving a bit of money there. And I don't need the security guard. Okay. I don't know. For some reasons we can't go positive. Even though it's running kind of again a bit. We do have enough guests. We do have a good contentness. And yet we're still losing a lot of money. It's not even close, you know. All the habitats are filled. But we still also have the bug occasionally that we're not getting any donations. Look at those donation boxes up there. They're almost zero. There's zero here, even though people are watching. And where's the other hippo? We should definitely get another hippo in here, right? Because this one's alone. All alone. No one likes it. Okay, the shop is still open. At least this one. That one's closed already again. I think because of this transformer that has broken down once again. So in this case, let me have a look at the work zone. The work zone should be... It should be number 1, right? Nope, it's number 2. Number 2 is up here. And also that transformer, those two are included in work zone 1. And work zone 2 are those thingies here. Okay, so this is where my mechanic should also, of course, go in case something happens. So let's have a look at them. Yeah, it's looking okay. Okay, so far we're still alive. I don't know if we can continue. I totally understand it if you're down for this video, since it was a bit negative. I just wanted to show you what's actually going on at some point. And if you wish me to continue, just write it in comments. Otherwise, I'm just going to open up a new zoo. Probably Asian or European zone. I don't know yet. And we'll just have a look at it again from the beginning. I don't know. We'll just see. Or I just continue fighting for survival here. Stay tuned.